Hey guys, welcome to another crazy swagging with Ben adventure. Today I'm taking the Battle Prius solo camping, so this video might be a little bit longer. And we're going to take the Battle Prius up a four-wheel drive track to a remote mountaintop in the middle of a 700,000 acre forest. So what's the worst that can happen? Anyway, welcome to our new subscribers and welcome back to our existing subscribers. You guys are awesome. I've made it to the top of Turkey Mountain in Barakula State Forest, and now I'm going to get camp set up, and then I'll just chill out and maybe catch up on some quite overdue video editing and go from there. There's a little bit of a breeze up here at the moment, so hopefully it's not too windy on the mic. But it's good because it keeps you cool, and it's a warm day. It's summer in Australia. And it also keeps those biting march flies away when there's a bit of a breeze, and the mosquitoes at night. So I do like mountaintop camping for that reason. Anyway, I'll get into it. I'd best not forget a critical step. Cheers, guys. I've just adjusted the chain on this chainsaw. It was a bit loose. I'd been neglecting that for a while. So that's now fixed up, and you can't really find firewood up on top of this mountain because it used to be a fire lookout / observatory. So they used to clear the top of it, and that's why there's all these small trees growing around me, because they don't use it anymore. So one day it'll be vegetated again, but until that time there's not really any firewood up here, and you got to bring your own. And so here is the little piece that I brought, assuming that there wouldn't be any left up here from March or April last year, when I brought this very large piece of firewood up here. I didn't use the Prius for that. I used the FJ80 Land Cruiser, and I didn't have this drag chain then either. So I was using a strap and broke it repeatedly and had to keep tying it shorter. But anyway, long story short, I'm going to cut some firewood just so that's ready later. You know, you do the less safe jobs / annoying jobs earlier in the camping before you have a few beers, because even though I've got my safety thongs on, you don't want to be operating a chainsaw after a couple too many beers. So because I'm using an electric chainsaw, I need to grab a battery. Fortunately, I've brought a few along, and got the charger there. Little 3 amp hour here, another one there. There's a 5 floating around somewhere, but we'll see how we go. Well, it's time to get the fire lit and start organising dinner. That's pretty full. It's going to take a little while to cook. 20 minutes ought to do it. Well, it's pretty windy here tonight, but we've got, I've turned the fan off obviously because it's quite breezy, we don't need the fan on. And got the air fryer going here. It's cooking up some chicken nuggets and chips for dinner. Just a nice lazy dinner because I'm just chilling. So anyway, we'll wait for that to be ready and we'll go from there. Okay, so the air fryer ran for about 10 minutes and then ran out of juice, or I don't think it actually ran out of juice. I think it was the inverter that went into a preserve the auxiliary battery shutdown mode, so the battery still had a little bit of juice left and it didn't want to keep running because these safety systems pretend like it's a starter battery, so they don't want to run things too flat in case it's not a deep cell battery or you need to be able to start your vehicle after you've used it. So that's fair enough. And so I went and got my jumper leads out and went to connect to the Prius 12 volt battery, and in the dark I got the polarity wrong, and I don't know what's happened now, whether I've killed the battery or there's a fuse somewhere blown or something more expensive than that, but anyway, I've tried a couple of things here, and I don't have a voltmeter with me, like a multimeter, but just using the voltmeter thing that's on the battery box on the auxiliary battery. Sorry, there's insects on me. I got a reading of 6 volts, which tells me that I've probably dropped cells on one or both batteries with that incorrect polarity in the dark. So I'll probably try and contact wifey in the morning and see if she can bring the Prado out, and it could just be something as simple as the little 12 volt battery in the Prius is being destroyed from the polarity mess up. So if I have, see, funnily enough, the 12 volt battery in a Prius, like in the back of a 3rd gen here, and down here in the corner, doesn't actually crank the engine. It just runs the computers that sends the signal to the real big battery pack to crank the engine. So yeah, so it's the 12 volt battery in the back of the Prius doesn't do much. It pretty much just runs like little courtesy lights on your doors and all the same things that you find that run on a normal car that's not a hybrid when the engine's turned off. It runs all the same things as that, but then when you go to start the car, the big hybrid Synergy battery thing cranks the engine over. So there's no starter motor on these. They're getting windy. Might have to hike 15 kilometers back to the main road and try and hitchhike. We'll see what happens. It's fine. I brought plenty of water and plenty of beer and almost no food, but that's alright, because you know, it's not entirely a necessity. I'm currently eating the food out of the air fryer. It did cook for about 10 minutes and I had defrosted it. So it's not ideal, but it's better than not eating it at all. What a situation to be in. My pedestal fan doesn't work. Although it's pretty windy tonight, so it's sometimes it starts turning around because there's so much wind happening on top of the mountain. Well, the fan's going in the background because it's windy enough. What I'm thinking that I'll do is I'll just put these chips in this little cooking pot that you would have seen me use in the solo camping, where was it, the abandoned village, I can't remember what it was called. It was like creepy village in the forest in Australia kind of thing. Anyway, I'll just put these chips in this pot. I don't think that I have any oil spare, but I'll just put it on the fire anyway. They're mostly cooked by the feel of it. Ow. 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 Man, that's hot. That's crazy. Ugh. Ow. Oh. Ouch. Ow. 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 Trying to just get these ow. Whew. It's all very hot. I'm sure the handle's going to melt off that, but it's kind of like a makeshift terrible oven. I'll just let that sit there for a while. I'm currently sending a message to wifey using a Garmin InReach Mini. So it's a satellite communicator. Just letting her know that I received her message. I sent her some GPS coordinates and mapping directions on how to find me. And still messaging here. Oh, got another message here. I don't know what that means. Okay, apparently we're booked in somewhere for Easter. Yeah, very good. Anyway, back to saving the husband. There we go. Message is deployed successfully. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm just I'm actually listening to some pretty decent talkback radio / music intermittently on the Makita here. Some light and some radio. I've just turned the radio off while I record the video because otherwise I'll get done for a copyright infringement. Unless it's the talkback. Hold on. Give this a go.
That's for every relationship.
Yeah.
But in terms of
so when they're talking, it's fine. I won't get done for copyright for this, but they're talking about long distance relationships
in terms of how you communicate
and their viability,
how you cope.
Which is ironic right now because I'm currently conducting one myself using the Garmin.
In your relationship, but also to make sure that your life is still fun and still fulfilling. Yeah,
I'll keep you guys updated with anything interesting, unless I run out of like all electrical power that I have. I've got a fair bit of backups and backups of backups and whatnot. So we're not on.
Tell me about this.
We're not Tom Hanks yet, if you know what I mean. So Anyway, just thought I'd give you guys a brief update. It's a bit of a ramble, but I thought that in a situation such as this, like it's pretty crappy, I thought that I should definitely document it and share it with you guys. So it could be a nice easy fix where it's just a jump start and I make it back to society, or if I make it back to society, I'll probably still have to buy a new car battery. But I don't know whether Prius will run without a healthy 12-volt battery. Hey guys, so I ended up making it home safely. I went to sleep because I wanted to conserve my phone batteries just in case of an emergency, because I really didn't know whether I was going to be leaving the Prius out there and abandoning it, and yeah, it was a pretty crazy situation. So I'm glad that I had that Garmin inReach Mini with me for satellite communications, because even when I climbed up that giant UHF tower, I barely could get calls to connect. Most of them didn't connect, and the ones that did would drop out. So yeah, that was a real potential lifesaver in that situation. So wifey did come out and jump started the Prius, so I was able to drive it a bit over an hour home. So that was awesome of wifey, thank you very much. And so when I got it home, the Prius still wouldn't start. The 12-volt battery's dead, so I'm just waiting for one to be delivered. And in the meantime, I've just got a dodgy setup with my auxiliary battery that I charged up using zip ties and all kinds of nonsense. Because it's not a starting battery, it doesn't pull any large currents, so you know, it works fine for just getting me around town, just short little drives, like a kilometre here, a kilometre there. So yeah, that's all good. Anyway, that's it for this one, guys. So if you like this kind of stuff, please leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And if you don't like this kind of stuff, well, you've made it this far into the video, so maybe you should consider subscribing anyway, and keep tabs on how terrible my future videos are. Just an idea. Anyway, thanks for watching.